The purpose of this video log is to ask this very simple question is if we still need this ABC inventory analysis. So we would classify material into three groups according to the value of usage. The high value items would be items A items. They would be tightly controlled, ordered in small quantities, monitored every day. And the C items would be loosely controlled. They would not be monitored every day, ordered in larger quantities. And typically also the A class items would have some kind of frequent monitoring. C class item would be ordered in bulk and would be monitored once a month or something, once in 15 days, something like that. So let me give you this perspective to answer this question of why this system originated with. So in the ancient world of purchasing, buyers had to do everything manually and the databases were siloed. So every buyer would have this Excel spreadsheet, and each spreadsheet in the Excel workbook would represent the material that they were managing. And the first column would be the date. And what I would do is if I have an MRP based requirement that this item is going to be used, say 600 units every month, this month, I create a 20 unit usage for every month and then plan and then have a column for stocks and then plan my new arrivals so that I never run out of that material. Right, that's how I do it. And then every morning, as soon as I come to my office, I will download the files from all my locations, find out the actual issue of that particular material and reconcile it in my file. So for example, in this case, I had assumed that the daily usage would be 20 units. One particular day, it might be 25 units. So I increased that to 25. Next, some other day, it might be 16. So I changed that. And accordingly, I either prepone or postpone my future stock deliveries so that I can manage my inventories. And this was a very cumbersome process. Now imagine a buyer dealing with only 10 items, right? And even if the facility had only three locations, that would be 30 straight sheets to download and reconcile. Yeah, the smarter ones, smarter buyers made macros, but still it was difficult, getting all these sheets in different formats and making something out of it. So, well, what did we do? To make the buyer's life more manageable, we created ABC. Said, hey, you know what? You don't need to do this for every material. Well, at least from the visible perspective, the visible costs, the items with high value of usage had higher inventory related costs. So we said, you know what? You just do these high value items every day. And the low value items, well, you can do it in once in 15 days. That's the idea of ABC. And why did we only do ABC? Because again, the manual process, if I did A, B, C, D, E, F analysis, if I created 6 classes, well, it'll be difficult for an individual buyer who's doing everything manual to have 6 different rules to follow. So I created 3 rules, which was very simple. And it worked and it made buyers' lives easier. Well, let's come to the modern era where things have changed substantially. We no longer have to update all this manually. And this question of different formats, well, if the firm has done the right kind of systems, no longer exist. So as soon as a facility or a location issues a material, the buyer's spreadsheet or the buyer's sheet can automatically updated by that issue. And the buyer can create signals or whistles around all these numbers that if the stock falls below of any item falls below a particular value, suddenly a red flag is raised. And even if it happens in the middle of the night, a message is sent to the buyer that, hey, we have a problem, and the buyer can accordingly take action. So, when we are in this kind of a situation where we have integrated databases, when things are automatic, it immediately raises the question that do we still need this kind of an ABC classification? Or is ABC a relic of the times when we had disconnected databases? And the second question is, um, well, even if we need ABC classification, do we now need to restrict ourselves to only ABC and 3 classes? Given the kind of systems we have, Can we not create more classes and create rules, automatic rules, which the buyer can manage much more efficiently than that was before? Well, I'm not providing you with answers, but leaving you with questions and hoping that your comments educate all of us on these questions.